Continuing to lead, and just Jose having little looks everywhere, still not able to get around him. What an unbelievable defensive masterclass this is from Unorthodox. Pit window, we reckon, is open, so the game reckons that these guys need to make one more pit stop for a fresh set of inters. As we see just Jose having a little to the inside. Dan tries to close the door, squeezes up against the pit wall. It goes late on the brakes just down, and somehow he's going to hold on to that position. Wow, unbelievable racing that was from Unorthodox. Just Jose had the inside line. Dan went so late on the brakes and managed to hold it down on the outside, and just Jose wasn't able to cling onto the position. That is incredible racing there from Unorthodox. Really got his elbows massively there in that little battle, but just Jose still not able to get ahead of Dan. But is he going to be able to do it now? He's going to have the outside. Dan's going to try and throw one back up the inside. Is he? Is. Oh, look at that. He's gone deep into the corner though. And I think just Jose's got to have that move done. He has. Just Jose swoops round into the lead of the Russian. Ladies and gentlemen, lining up on the grid, getting ready to go here at Canada for the Canadian Grand Prix here at the XLOG League here on a Wednesday night. We're moments away from lights out here as the lights are now coming on and the engine revs are rising. And one of the Ferraris has pulled out of his grid slot. What's happening? Okay, here we go. The lights coming on now. We're about to go racing here in Montreal, and it is lights out and away we go. And it's a good start there from David as we see a Williams straight in the wall there in the background. That's the Wolf Lees there. It's getting off a horrible start. David Bay leads into turn one ahead of Ben LCFC. He's now going around his outside here of turn two, and Ben is up into the lead of the race there as David Bay losing out of position there. You've got Malky in third place at a true occupation. There's Andrew Pitts with the head of Viper. There's Mark Bo City, Mr. Exotic, and Nobby Bootleg pretty close here. As we can see, YouTube Dizzy, Soph, there's Polish My Balls getting ahead of Soph into 12th 12th place, and Daniel M in the background of that. You see there the Fever Boy getting ahead of San up into 15th place, and San dropping down to P17. In fact, the Wolf leads getting ahead of San as well, but Bennett leads ahead of David Bay on this first start. David Bay just ahead of Malky. You can see in the background there you've got Andrew Pittsmith trying to get ahead of Tree Monkey Page here. Have a little look to the inside coming down towards the end of this little straight, but can't do anything at the moment, and it's the rest of them pretty much line astern here, as you've got Soph looking down the inside of YouTube Dizzy, but can't get anything done there, as you've got Daniel M in the background there waiting in the wings, hoping to pounce on these two if he can. Looking down the inside of Soph, can he make the move into the hairpin? At the moment looks as though Soph's going to lay on the brakes, trying to hold it around the outside of YouTube Dizzy. YouTube Dizzy hugging that inside curb, and at the moment nowhere to go there. Daniel M waiting in the wings, hoping to get involved. The Wolf leaders picking off two drivers here up ahead of Theo Boy up into 16th place, but Daniel M getting ahead of YouTube Dizzy as well up into P12, but it's Bennett leading ahead. Oh no, what's happened here? Oh, what's gone down here? Malky there's had a moment, and he's now in the pits to get damage repair. No, it's not Malky in the pits, it's Mr. Exotic in the pits. Malky's in a nightmare, and the Wolf lasers out of the race. Absolute carnage here coming through the final corner. Virtual safety car deployed. I'll be surprised if that isn't upgraded to a full safety car. Carnage in this first up, and that is now a safety car. Thebo Boy, Sam, Mr. Exotic, and Malky all in the pits. Bennett still staying out ahead of Darby Bay, Tree Monkey Page, Andrew Viper, the top 5. Then you got Mark Bow, City, W Bootneck in 8th place ahead of Daniel M. Then Soph completing the points paying positions at the moment. YouTube Busy, Paul Cod both staying out as well. But what was going off there? I do not have any idea what was happening there. But under safety car nonetheless here in the early stages of the Canadian Grand Prix for the XLOG League. But under safety car nonetheless here. Then everybody, we're here on lap 4 of 35 for the XLO GF1 League here on a Wednesday night here on the Motive Racing YouTube channel. Then everybody, we're on the Codemasters Formula 1 game on the PlayStation 4 and 5. We're about to go once again here for the restart. Safety cars peeling off and we'll be racing once again. Bennett's got the jump on Derby Bay. They've both decided to stay out on the medium tyres. But here we are, we're racing once again. Bennett from Derby Bay from Monkey Page as we see Andrew looking to the inside of Monkey Page coming into the turn 1. Can't get anything done there. Viper there ahead of Markbo. Daniel M's got ahead of Nobby Bootneck up into 7th place there. As looking down the order, looks like we're pretty much exactly how we were on the restart. No real changes aside from Daniel getting ahead of Nobby. But it's currently Bennett from Derby Bay from Monkey Page. Andrew there on the back of these guys as well. Viper, Markbo, Daniel M there in the background trying to chase down the leaders if he can here around a track that I think the first time I ever saw him race for around was this track, I think I remember. But we got Nobby Bootneck there in 8th place, and it looks like Thebo Boy's out of the race. Thebo Boy is DNF'd. Double wave yellow flags through sector 2, but Paul Codd's out of the race as well. Oh no, Paul Codd's crashed out, so Paul Codd and Thebo Boy both out in a matter of seconds. Double wave yellow flags, so hopefully that'll be all that we'll see here in terms of the disruption to the race. But right now those two are done for the session. Bennett though leading by 0.8 of a second as we're coming towards the end of lap 5, and no DRS this time around, I do not think, because we just had a safety car. So the safety car, oh no, we have got another safety car. Oh no, another safety car. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another safety car here. It looks like the leaders are staying out for the time being. They're not. I let him to come in and get some tyres changed. So here we are then. Markbo coming into the pits. By the looks of it, if there's anybody else, pull the trigger and make the most of their opportunity here. I think Sand's in. Yep, Sand's coming in. So Markbo and Sand, the only drivers to come in and get a pit stop done, get some fresh tyres on their cars. And Tree Monkey Page is out of the race as well. What's happened to Tree Monkey Page? Oh no. No idea what's happened to Tree Monkey Page there, but he is now out of the race anyway. Oh, what a nightmare. What an absolute nightmare of an opening to this race. Sidsy in the pits with a front left puncture. What an absolute nightmare. Here we are then, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go racing once again here. Safety car period ending, the second safety car period about to finish, so we're moments away from the green flag here, which is absolutely brilliant. We've got Bennett will be leading us away on the medium tyres ahead of Derby Bay. Andrew Pittsmith on soft tyres just behind him has barely done any mileage whatsoever on those soft tyres, so they're going to be basically as good as new and still ready to fully have a crack at these medium runners in front of him. Viper there behind them ahead of Daniel M, Nobby Boot next, Soph, YouTube Dizzy, Mr. Exotic, Malky, Mark Bo, San and Sidney the back of the field, but over the line to start lap 8 of the race. Bennett leads us into turn 1. He's got a decent gap there over the Derby Bay coming into the corner. Andrew Pittsmith ahead of Viper, ahead of Daniel M, there's Nobby Boot in 6th place ahead of Soph. You've got YouTube Dizzy ahead of Mr. Exotic, there's Malky in the background of this, Mark Bo, San, Sidney, and no change in the order so far. They're all staying exactly as they have been over the course of the first part of this restart, but Bennett leading by half a second at the moment. Derby Bay all over the back of him, trying to force him into a mistake if he can. Can't at the moment, hasn't been able to find a way through. Derby Bay did start this one on pole position. He got the fastest time in the qualifying session, but obviously got headed by Bennett into turn 1, and since then Bennett has controlled the race. Derby Bay sat there poised though, waiting to maybe strike a blow if he can. He's not quite in a position at the moment as he's a little bit too far back, coming down towards the hairpin for the 8th time here in this race. Only about the 3rd or 4th time we've been down here at racing speeds, though I'll say that, but we got Daniel looking to the inside here of Viper, having a little think about that one, but for the time being sticking behind Viper now. In these guys in 4th and 5th places, they're staying as they are. You've got YouTube Lizzie on the back of Sophie. These two separated by half a second. You've got Mr. Exotic in the background. He's got Malky all over the back of him here, and Malky's now looking to the inside. He's got a great run here coming down towards the final chicane. Can Malky get this sorted and keep it out of the wall of champions on the exit? He does so brilliantly there. Malky up into 9th place. These two on the back of YouTube Dizzy and Soph at the moment, but we see Soph leading this pack down towards turn 1, and we can see also Malky's got Mr. Exotic and Mark Ball on the other side of him. No, Mr. Exotic lost it there. A bit of a collision there as he came together with Mr. Exotic there, and we see there Mark Bo down to 13th place here in this race. Disaster for Mark Bo. Sidney's on the back of San here, looking to try and make a move down the inside, but thinks better of that one, and San holds on to 11th place for the time being. Soph's got a penalty for track limits, I would imagine, as Bennett still leads this race by half a second at the moment ahead of Derby Bay. It's all going off here on this restart. First couple of laps out of the blocks, it's been non-stop action here, as we can see Daniel M getting himself up to 4th place ahead of Viper, completing that move in that right-left little section of the track. But at the moment Bennett still has got a slender lead at the moment over Derby Bay. These two coming out of the hairpin for the 9th time here in this race, still having a great little scrap at the front. No DRS this time around, it will be enabled on the next time around, so Derby Bay will not get the benefit of a rear wing wide open that will power him past Bennett, but to be honest, even if he did have that rear wing, it might not necessarily power past him at this point, as these two very evenly matched at this stage in the race. But Bennett leads, and now Derby Bay's got a great run here coming down the start finish straight. He's going to look to the inside as he think about a move. Coming into the braking zone, no, he thinks better of that one. Bennett though clinging on by the skin of his teeth in the background. You can see Andrew Pittsmith there running 3 seconds behind these guys in 3rd place. A further 3 seconds back to Daniel and Viper, who are battling it out over 4th place. Daniel made that move on Viper over the course of that previous lap though. You can see Nobby there in 6th ahead of Sobe in 7th. There's Malky ahead of Mr. Exotic. Sidney there completing the top 10. Great scrap here going on in the mid pack as we've got San and Mark Bo getting ahead of YouTube Dizzy, and YouTube Dizzy's off on the grass. That's why YouTube Dizzy having a nightmare there. He's down to P13 in this race. That could not have gone much worse for YouTube Dizzy, but in the meantime we're going to go back to the battle here between Bennett and Derby Bay. 0.2 of a second between these two. Lap 10 of 35. They're really going at it at this stage in the race. Great to watch as they're really going hammer and tongs here in their quest for supremacy here tonight in Montreal, and this is what we want to see in here in the OG League XL. As we can see, City's made the move on Mr. Exotic into 9th place, so he's now made up a position, but this is a great little scrap in the mid pack here as Soph is leading this pack of cars. It's a 5-car pack here between 7th and 11th places. Soph, Malky, City, Mr. Exotic and San, and at the moment Soph has just about got that ascendancy here in sector 2. Double wave yellow flags, not sure why. I'm trying to work out. Oh, YouTube Dizzy's out of the race, and we've got another safety car yet again. It's deployed here. Oh, this is unbelievable. Another safety car. Oh god. Andrew, Daniel, Viper all in the pits. Bennett and Derby Bay staying out. Had they already gone past the point of no return at the point at which the safety car was deployed? I'm not sure. Oh my goodness me. Gameful Life saying in the comments, why do they have OG in this? Is it the series for the most experienced and fastest people? No, it's the original league. It's the league that started the XL league basically. That's the story behind that one. Anyway guys, we will be back very shortly after this short safety car period, I imagine. about to get going for the third safety car restart of the evening here for the XLOG League in Montreal, here on the Motive Racing YouTube channel on the Codemasters Formula 1 game here on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Bennett's going to put his foot to the floor and it looks like we're racing once again here. Over the line we come. Viper's already got a 3-second time penalty. The multiple warnings there. The stewards have told him, look mate, if you don't sort this out, if you don't stop messing about now, then you're going to get a penalty, and he's unfortunately picked that one up there. But we see there we got Daniel there making a move on Andrew down the inside there and getting that move done up into 5th place. In the background of this we got San on the back of Andrew here trying to get himself into 6th place if he can, and Mr. Exotic's making that move around the outside of Viper there up into 8th. So Viper losing a few positions on this restart, but it's Bennett leading ahead of Derby Bay. He's already opened a 7/10 of a second gap here over Derby Bay, and we've got Malky in the background there watching this unfold in front of him, hoping to maybe get involved in this battle. City not too far away, Daniel also in the mix here. These 5 cars starting to break away a little bit from Andrew Pipsmith, who has put the intermediate tyres on. It's only spitting, Andrew. You don't need the intermediate tyres just yet, mate. I know that the stream might not be picking this up. It's extremely light rain. You might not be able to even see it on the stream, but if you're looking at my TV, there is like little tiny droplets of rain that are falling at the moment. But certainly Andrew Pipsmith has jumped the gun there. It is not even nearly time for wet tyres or even intermediate tyres at this point, and a lot of the drivers have done so. Viper, Markbo, Nobby and Soph have all put the inters on. It's not even close to intermediate time yet, guys. But Bennett leading ahead of Derby Bay, Malky there in 3rd place ahead of City, Daniel, these 5 absolutely leaving the rest of them for dead at the moment as the rain's starting to just get a little bit heavier now. Not like, it's not really sort of like coming around in steroids, but certainly picking up a little bit. As I do apologise because the stream has been in absolute awful quality the entire time. Now you might be able to see the rain. Oh god, that looked awful. I just realised. Oh no. That might explain why only one person is watching. Anyway, Bennett leading this race by 4/10 of a second right now ahead of Derby Bay, and City starting to drop off of these guys a little bit now. Daniel's got himself to 4th place here ahead of Malky. In the background you've got Andrew Pipsmith there running in 6th place. It's got San and Mr. Exotic in hot pursuit here coming through this middle sector. Bit of a gap back to Viper running in 9th place. There's Mark Bow in 10th. You've got Nobby Butnek and Sofa at the back, but San's got a 3-second time penalty for track limit warnings by the looks of it, and Derby Bay still continuing to hassle Bennett here. No DRS this time. It'll be enabled on the next lap. I can't imagine that it would have been disabled at this point. The rain is simply not even heavy enough. This is still dry conditions as far as I'm concerned, but Bennett leading into the final chicane ahead of Derby, ahead of City, ahead of Daniel M, ahead of Malky, and it looks as though Andrew Pipsmith has lost out, and he's got damage there. Andrew Pipsmith and Mark Bow have come together. Mark Bow losing out massively there. He's down to the back of the pack here. DRS enabled on this lap, so that obviously makes perfect sense. They'll be able to use that out of the hairpin down towards the final chicane. Bennett and Derby Bay have got City still pretty close on the back of them right now, but what a shame there for Mark Bow and Andrew Pipsmith. Has Andrew got damage? Doesn't look like it's too bad at the moment. Mark Bow looks like he has not got away with it at all. He's going to have to come in and get that damage repaired. Let's hope he's not in that pit box for too long of a time there. But currently Bennett, Derby Bay, City leading this race, and Daniel's looking to the inside of City here, looking to try and make this move up into the final podium spot. Is he going to go out on the brakes here? Down the inside goes City. Daniel M giving the space on the outside, and City, no, Daniel M makes that move there on City. Great stuff there from Daniel M up into 3rd place. City had to give him the space on the inside, and he did so very nicely there. Mr. Exotic's got ahead of San around the outside up into 6th place. And these soft runners are continuing to pull away from those drivers who put the inters on, who took the risk, maybe a bit of a gamble, as Daniel's now done Derby Bay. Daniel into 2nd place here. What an incredible drive this has been from Daniel in this race. He's been picking his way through the pack, but Derby Bay's looking back down the outside here. Daniel's going to try and go late on the brakes, is he? In towards the final chicane. Derby Bay coming into the pits here for a change of tyres here. So I don't know if he's going to try and put the hards on and go to the end from here. Is he going to bank on there being another safety car and maybe put another set of softs on? Who knows? Derby Bay into the box. Let's see what his team put on. His pit crew are there ready for him. He's putting the inters on. I don't think it's early enough yet. I don't think it's wet enough, sorry, at the moment. I think that he might have jumped the gun a little bit there. Who knows? We're going to watch Bennett and Daniel. Are they tiptoeing around? They don't look to be tiptoeing around at the moment. They look pretty comfortable out there on those medium tyres. I think that Derby Bay's come in a little bit too early there, personally, but we'll wait and see if that pays off for him. But Bennett and Daniel currently battling this out, and in these tricky, slightly slippery conditions, Daniel M is going to go down the inside here, and he's going to make the move on Bennett LCFC. Bennett trying to hold it around the outside, but Daniel completes the move there, but he's got a 3-second time penalty. He just got penalised there for cutting the inside of that corner, and Derby Bay's out of the race. Derby Bay has crashed out here, and we've got another safety car. Lap 16 of 35 here, 11 cars left in this race. Does this give Daniel Bennett, Sidzi and Malky a free chance to put the intermediate tyres on? They're going to come out as the top 4 and they're going to hold position on the rest of them. Sam, Mr. Exotic, Viper, Andrew, Nobby, Soph and Mark. All on the inters, but these guys are going to get a free pit stop. And I think we might just about be getting to that crossover now. If we're not there yet, we'll probably be there in a couple of laps time. What does Daniel do? Daniel stays out, but Bennett and Sidzi both in. But the big question now, do they put a set of hards on? Do they put a set of softs on? Maybe the softs could be the tyre of choice, because if it's not wet enough yet, it might be wet enough in a few laps time. What does Bennett do? He's putting the inters on, so is Sidzi, so they clearly think that it's slippery enough now to warrant a change to the intermediate tyres. Daniel staying out. Malky's still out there as well. Daniel's just coming through turn 4 at the moment, so he is currently out there at the moment on medium tyres, which he put on 6 laps ago. I think Daniel's missed a trick here. I think that Daniel should have come in for the inters. Malky stayed out as well. These guys are taking a massive gamble. They really need the rain to stop in the next couple of laps, or they need to come in at the end of this lap and just take their losses straight away, in a sense. But at this point anyway, lap 17:35. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, watching this back. For the drivers, hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing right now. If you're watching this back, if you're enjoying the stream that we've done here on Motive, then please be sure to hit the like button, share it with your friends and your family, and you know, just yeah, hopefully it's an entertaining one. What a race we've had so far. Here we are then, guys, the 4th restart of the evening here, just over halfway through the Canadian Grand Prix for the XLO Geely. Bennett puts his foot to the floor. We are racing once again down towards turn 1 here for the 19th time. He's got just under a second of a gap here to Sidzi. You've got Daniel M there in 3rd place, ahead of Bootleg. There's Sun in 5th, ahead of Malky running in P6. And you've got Soph just ahead of Viper and Andrew Pittsmith. These three going all hammer and tongs here coming through turn 2. But Soph there just ahead of Viper. Viper's going to get the run coming down towards turn 3. Can he get this one done? He's going to think better on that one. He's now now got Andrew looking around his outside though. If he doesn't attack, he's going to be open all from all angles from behind, but he thinks better of going for the move there for the time being. But Bennett's already opened up with a 1 second lead here at the moment over Sidzi. With the absence of Derby Bay now in this race, Bennett maybe has a clear run to the flag, but Daniel M could be the man to maybe take the fight to him over the course of the rest of this race. But it's Bennett from Sidzi, from Daniel, from Nobby, from San, and then you've got Malky there, still pretty close to the back of San. Seems to be sliding around a little bit on those medium tyres though. Is it going to dry up? Is this rain going to stop? And if so, can Malky be in the box seat here? He needs that rain to stop, but San's at a moment here. What's happened to San? Oh no, San's not got no front wing. Oh no, San's not got no front wing, so he's going to have to really limp round as we see Viper there getting ahead of Andrew Pipsmith up into 7th place. Oh, what a shame there for San. He's going to have to limp round and get that sorted out. Bennett, though, leading the race ahead of at the end of lap 19, ahead of Sidzi by 2 seconds. Malky coming in to get those medium tyres hoisted off his car and get a set of the groovy green compound of intermediate tyres onto that McLaren as soon as he possibly can. And we've got Viper there in the background coming into the pits for a new front wing, and San is going to be coming in and doing the same thing for the same reason as what Viper is. As you see there, that's Viper there getting going once again. So Malky at the end of the pits has done his pit stop, but Bennett there leading the race by 2 seconds ahead of Sidzi. You got Nobby Boot next, got Andrew Pipsmith and Soph pretty close behind him. Mark Bow looking to line up a move here on Soph, only 0.2 of a second separating them. He's looking to the inside here. Thinks better of that one for the time being. As Soph though very deep into that part of the track. Could that allow Mark Bow to get a cut back here, get a run here coming down this fast section of the track? He's going to look to the outside, is he? Mark Bow is going to sweep around Soph up into P6. Beautifully done there from Mark Bow. As Andrew Pipsmith is on the back of Nobby Bootneck right now, 0.2 of a second separating these two. Coming down towards the hairpin for the 20th time here in this race. See Nobby a little bit wide there coming out of the hairpin. Nothing that Andrew can do there at the moment. But Andrew will get the slipstream coming down towards the final chicane. Here he goes. He's going to look to the inside of Nobby. Nobby for the time being holding firm there though. Mark Bow looks like he's got a lovely run here on Andrew Pipsmith, looking to the outside here, coming down towards turn 1. He breezes around him up into 5th place. Beautifully done there from Mark Bow. Double wave yellow flags through sector 2, not sure why. Don't know what that's in aid of at this point, but we see Viper into the pits anyway. So Viper getting it slowed down to the speed limit of the pit lane, and he's going to put a fresh set of tyres on. One would imagine, is it? No, is it a drive-through? Oh, it must have been a drive-through. Didn't see where he picked that up, to be fair, but unfortunate for him. As we see Mark Bow pretty close to the back of Nobby here though, looking down the inside. Can he get this move done here? Up into 4th places. Oh no, we just lost it. Here they go into the corner now. Mark Bow makes the move up into 4th place ahead of Nobby Bootneck, and Andrew Pipsmith waiting in the wings, hoping to get involved in this battle here. Down towards the hairpin they come. As he's looking down the outside here, Andrew Pipsmith goes a little bit late on the brakes. Nobby Bootneck holding it down the inside there. Oh, can Andrew squeeze around the outside? No, Nobby gets that done. So Nobby Bootneck up into 5th place there, making another position, but Andrew's going to have the run coming down towards the final chicane. I can't imagine that DRS is going to be enabled in these conditions. It's a little bit too slippery now, as we see there Andrew round the outside of Nobby up into 5th place, and Mr. Exotic's dropping back. What's happened to Mr. Exotic? He must have made a mistake there coming through that middle sector. He's now down to 9th place as Nobby Bootneck is coming into the pits here at the end of lap 21. And Andrew Pipsmith continues on his way, but Bennett LCFC looking pretty good in this race so far since the rain came down. Bennett has been in control of this race. He's now got a 3.5 second lead at the moment over Sidzi, and for the time being in this race, it's looking very much like Bennett is going to be bringing home the W tonight here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix for the XLO G League here at Motive. On the Motive channel, should I say. We see Nobby out of the pits, and so is Viper, but Mr. Exotic in the pits at the moment, just trundling his way down the pit lane on that speed limit, and he'll obviously be coming to the end of the pits in a few moments time. There he goes, off he goes now. The race is kind of settling down now, lap 22 of 35. Not really a whole lot going on at this point. Bennett just doing what he has to do currently. Got a 5 second gap at the moment over Sidzi, looking to be in reasonable cruise control of this race. kind of settling down at the moment. Not really a whole lot going on at this point. As we see Bennett still pulling out the gap at the moment. It's got over a 5-second gap now over City. City driving a very strong race though in P2. Daniel M likewise in that final podium spot. Solid job. But since the rain came down, Daniel hasn't looked quite as well. He was quick in the slippery conditions, but then once it went full proper damp conditions and the inters were put on the cars, he's not had the pace that he had before that. That's for sure. Oh no! Where the fuck is it? God's sake. Sorry about that, everybody. My controller charge has just gone walkabout, so I don't know where the hell it's gone. Oh, it's always... Oh! Anyway. Never mind. Right, here we are then, final 8 laps of the race. Oh, I don't know if it's even charging. Yeah, it is, thank God for that. Right, here we are then. So, currently Bennett looks like he's in control of this race. He's leading it by quite a bit. 5 seconds he's got of a gap at the moment over Sidzi, and then we've got Daniel there running in 3rd place there. Daniel's closed in a bit on Sidzi over these last few laps, only a second now separating those two as Mark Bo's come into the pits. Andrew Pittsmith up into 4th place, Malky's into 5th now, but Bennett though's got a comfortable lead. This is really the battle that we're going to be watching here. Sidzi and Daniel now looking like they're pretty tight. Who's going to come out on top in this one? I guess we're going to find out over the course of the next few minutes. See, Sidzi's got a 3-second time. No, sorry, not Sidzi. San even has got a 3-second time penalty. Daniel has dropped off a bit of Sidzi over that previous sector there. Malky's started to close up onto the back of Andrew Pittsmith here. Look at this. Well, having said that, Andrew just pulled a couple of tenths back through that middle sector there. We've got double wave yellow flags through sector 3, which appear to have not subsided just yet, but we're not sure what those are for at the moment. We see Daniel M coming into the pits anyway at the end of lap 28. So he's putting another set of intermediates. Oh, he's changing his front wing. That must be why he dropped off of City so much through that through the hairpin. Oh, what a shame there. Daniel M's going to come out at the pits. He'll probably come out in P6. He's a fair way. Oh no, he won't, because Soph's coming down there now. Oh, it's going to be close actually, you know. Daniel M and Soph coming out together here, but I think Daniel's just going to get her there. Yes, he does. Daniel does maintain P6 there, just about. Looking down the order, Mr. Exotic's got 0.6 of a second back to San. So these two currently battling it out over the final podium spot here in this race. But Malky very hot on the heels of Andrew Pittsmith here. With Daniel M's impromptu pit stop right there, it's going to promote this to the battle for the final podium spot. So this is going to be some pretty substantial honours here between these two. It's down to the hairpin they come. See City in the pits here at the end of lap 29. And Malky's got a 3-second time penalty. Vipers up into 7th place, Sophie in the pits. Andrew Stillweather in the storm, Malky all over the back of him though. Bit of a slide there from Andrew as he got onto the power there. These two are coming up to lap somebody just in front of them. Is that Mr. Exotic? It's not Mr. Exotic, is it San? Could very well be. No, it's not San. Oh, it's not so. Who is it then? Who's coming out of the hairpin now? Don't know. Oh, they're just behind City. Of course they are, yeah. So Andrew Pittsmith and Malky only a couple of seconds behind City, so that's City running in P2 just up ahead of them. Oh, I was thinking for a moment, I thought he was further ahead than that. But no, he isn't. And Bennett has just come into the pits for fresh intermediate tyres here. So Bennett had a big lead, and he's obviously decided that he's going to go for a tilt at fastest lap here. With only 5 laps left to go in this race, Bennett LCFC in the pits. So I think City just come in as well? I think he might have done actually. That might be why he was suddenly in front of these guys, and I thought they were lapping somebody. But Andrew's now got a gap of just over a second here to Malky. These two are further 7.5 seconds ahead of Mark Bow, who's in turn has got Daniel M now breathing down his neck. Daniel, since making that impromptu pit stop, has switched to a set of the intermediate tyres, and he is flying at this stage in the race, looking to try and throw everything at Mark Bow in these closing stages if he can. Bennett, though, your man, leading the race by 12 seconds ahead of Sidzi. Andrew Pittsmith there running in third place. Malky there running in fourth place at the moment. Mark Bow a further 8 seconds behind. Oh, bit of a slide there from Daniel. Oh, he got very loose there coming out of the hairpin. Keeps onto it for now though. Still on the back of Mark Bow, still trying to pressure him into handing over that position if he can. Bennett's got a 3-second time penalty. He's got enough of a gap that he doesn't need to worry too much about that. He's got more than enough in hand. Daniel, no, all over the back of Mark Bow here. As we see Mark Bow a little bit deep into that the second part of that corner. That might allow Daniel an opportunity here. Daniel will be smelling blood, I'm sure of that, as he's now looking to go down the inside, but Mark Bow's covering it off and he almost tags him in the rear there. Daniel nowhere to go. Mark very deep into the corner though, and he gains a massive advantage there by going straight on. That's going to frustrate Daniel a bit. Mark seems to have got away with that one as we come down towards the hairpin. Onto the brakes they come. Daniel still looking, still trying to get around him if he can. Hugs that curb on the inside out of the hairpin. Mark Bow with the better traction as he had an easier run out of the corner, had that easier radius out of that part of the track as we now come down this long back straight down towards the final chicane. Daniel still not in a position really to make anything happen. They're coming onto the brakes now. At the moment, Mark Bow keeping onto that position. Daniel pushing him along there, coming to the corner as Mark Bow just tags the wall of champions there on the exit of the corner. But Daniel M now looking towards the inside. He's going to go side by side with him down the start finish straight. Oh, bit of a contact there, and they make up the wheels bang there as now Daniel squeezes through and Mark Bow goes straight over the tarmac there on the exit of the corner. Andrew Pittsmith has picked up a 3-second time penalty, but Mark Bow's lost it. Oh no, Mark Bow's into the barrier. He's lost his front wing here at the start of lap 33. Daniel M's perseverance has paid off up into 5th place. Great stuff there from Daniel, but Mark Bow is going to lose a lot of time there due to that lost front wing. He's going to probably lose out here to I would imagine, the Viper and Nobby Bootneck. Oh no, what a shame for Mark Bow as Viper moves himself up into 6th place. Nobby will be arriving on the scene if Mark doesn't get a hurry on here, but he's lost his front wing so he can't exactly go anywhere too quickly. Malky's done Andrew Pittsmith into the hairpin, so he's now up into 3rd place, and now Andrew's got to try and fight back here if he wants to get himself back onto the podium. Incredible scenes here. It's all going off here at the end of this race. Sophie's up into 7th place, Nobby up into 8th, and we see there Mark still struggling around. It's bad enough having no front wing in the dry, but in the wet it's basically impossible. And Mark Bow is just going to have to limp round for the rest of this lap. But double wave to low flags through sector 2, that will probably be for Mark, I would imagine. And the fact that he is just hobbling around this lap as Mr. Exotic's got ahead of San up into 10th. Maybe it was for San actually, because San has had a bit of a knock there coming to the middle sector. He's got it going again though. He doesn't appear to have too much out. Stays out. So he's not coming into the pits for that one. Bennett coming in towards the hairpin, as you see there. He's just moving past the stricken Mark Bow, who moves well out of the way. Fair play to Mark Bow there, because a lot of drivers in this situation will be thinking, I just want to get around to the pits, I just want to get in the pits and just get it over with. But in that situation he was very conscientious of the leader coming through, and he got well out of the way of Bennett LCFC, so well done there to Mark Bow. But currently Bennett here coming in towards the final chicane, about to start the final lap of the race. What a drive it's been from Bennett. Was quick in the dry, was generally in a good battle with Derby Bay and Daniel for the first part of the race. Derby Nobby, but he crashed out as the rain started to really come down. It just put the intermediate tyres on at the time when he crashed out of the race. Bennett's just been so consistent. He was quick in the dry and he's been even quicker in the wet. As soon as the rain got heavy, Bennett just took it to another level. He is the rain meister here at Excel and here on the Motive channel. We'll be looking forward to seeing what Bennett can do in a wet race on a Friday night at Motive. Oh, and no, Daniel's out of the race. Daniel's crashed out on the final lap. Oh, that is a shame. That is a shame. Daniel M's out of the race here on the final lap of the race, and that's going to, unfortunately for him, mean he scores no points, I think, because there are more than 10 cars out on the track. That's gutting there for Daniel M. He crashed out coming through the wall of champions, as he becomes one of the latest victims to the wall of champions. But Bennett's coming out of the hairpin here. Double waved yellow flags through sector 3, where Bennett's just coming through, and sector 1 as well. But Bennett coming up towards the final chicane. What a drive it's been from this man, the 2-time champion of the OG League here at Excel. He's going to look to extend his gap here in the point standings in this league. He's on course for a 3rd championship here this season if he can keep the way he's going at the moment. Bennett LCFC up towards the line, takes the checker flag here in Montreal. It's the victory here for Bennett. What a great drive tonight. Didn't put a foot wrong and dominated them when the rain came down. Congratulations to Bennett, one of the admins here at Excel. Sidzi is going to come out of the last corner and up towards the line. It's going to be a 2nd place finish here for Sidzi as he crosses over the line. Not a bad result at all there for Sidzi. I'm sure he'll be pretty happy with that. Malky is going to come over to take a 3rd place. A good podium finish there for Malky. Came out on top in that battle with Andrew Pittsmith, who dropped off a bit at the end there. Must have made a mistake in those closing laps. Viper is coming down the back straight for the final time. 5th place for Viper, 10 championship points. I can't imagine he's going to be too disappointed with that. That could have been a lot worse there. Mr. Exotic in the background will cross the line shortly after Viper. San just after him. Soph just behind those two. Obviously almost a lap ahead of them though, but Viper comes over to take a P5 here in this race ahead of Mr. Exotic, who'll come over in 9th place. San all over the back of Mr. Exotic here, coming out of the last corner. Can San pit Mr. Exotic to the line? No, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Mr. Exotic holds on for 8th ahead of San in 9th. Soph comes over the line in 6th place. 8 championship points for Soph. Can't imagine she'll be too upset with that. Nobby Bootneck is going to come out of the final chicane. It's going to be a 7th place here for Nobby Bootneck in the Red Bull as he comes up towards the line, and that is that then. But it's Bennett LCFC taking the win here for the Canadian Grand Prix at Excel for the OG League here on a Wednesday night. Thank you to the drivers for watching this back, guys. If you like what you see, if you want to drop a like, please do. Tell your friends and family, check it out. If you did well in this race, then I'm sure you'll be wanting to share the bleep out of it. But yeah, thanks once again. If you haven't already, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next one. Have a great evening, everybody. Peace. Yeah, thanks once